So much money, problems are to spend it. Plenty dollars since the about me start to change it. I don't have I guess I'm gonna ready for the system. Now I'm not done, and I got no one can change it. Oh, whoa, join me and sing this song because we're about to talk about the money. Welcome back to the channel, you guys. This is about to be a very special, interesting episode for me. I don't know about you, but for me, I love the money talks. Okay, there is an ongoing giveaway, so I'm about to announce the winners. Drum roll. I don't know if many more people participated, but these are people that actually followed the rule of the game. Paulette Nwaboko, MNEK Root, Chibuike Ozoma, Felicia Space, and Fred Pateki. Congratulations! And like I said, many more giveaways are coming your way. Let's get into it already. Hi, my name is Ebube Okoye. I would love you all to give this video a like. Subscribe to this channel, okay? Let's keep growing. Some of my subscribers are people that just left uni, trying to fit into the big world, get accommodation to stabilize in life. One very important thing that you need to know is how to track your spending. So when I just left uni, when I started working, I had no investment at the initial phase, of course. I just had one stream of income. It was just my 9 to 5. There was not anything. So around that time, I was very strict with my money. I usually calculated like how much roughly I would spend in a month, starting from my daily calculations. So back then, for example, I could spend like 1K on feeding a day. So that means in a month, I'm spending 30,000 naira on feeding. That's one noted. I wasn't spending on transport because my house was close. Maybe not too close, but if you know how to trek, then I was Legacy's Benz. The way I could trek 30 minutes from my home to work. That's it. And I just took it as my exercise. So that actually saves me money cost on transport. Let's say I was earning, I'm not saying that was what I was earning. Let's say I was earning around 100,000 naira monthly. So if I remove 30,000 naira for feeding, what else was I spending on? Nothing much, basically. So I can add like 15,000 naira on it for not daily expenses, but maybe weekly expenses, monthly expenses, data, drinking water. If I want to spoil myself, I don't do that every day. It's not necessary. So at the end of every month, I'm spending roughly 45,000. Let's just call it, 45,000, 50,000 naira out of the 100,000 naira. So that 50,000 naira that is left that I didn't spend from will go somewhere. I would go and padlock it into an account that I had no ATM card for. I could actually spend more on feeding. Like I cannot, like if I let myself, I can spend more than 1,000 naira on feeding. But I had, because if I'm to say, okay, let me spend 2K on feeding daily, which I mean, there are many things that this stomach will need, right? So if I'm to increase that to 2K, at the end of the month, I'm spending 60K on feeding out of 100K salary. Then other extra expenses, I won't have any savings left. Okay. So that's it. You have to be able to calculate your daily spending, total it to your monthly spending, then subtract it from your income and know how much is actually left and know if it's profitable. So that will actually even help you to determine or cut down your standard of living, or decide on the kind of job that you will actually be able to sustain you. Okay, so next thing I want to talk about is investment. So back then when I was still in uni, I came across, or I started hearing about crypto. In the early days, I wasn't really interested till I got to my final year. Then one of my colleagues started trying to tutor me here and there. It felt and sounded so ambiguous, and then coupled with uni work, uni stress, the workload in my final year basically was so much. So I didn't pay so much attention to grab everything that I should have grabbed, but I had, let's say, the basic knowledge. So fast forward to after I left uni, in my 1 year post uni, thereabout, I'm like, you know what? Okay, I've been able to save up for my income. So where do I invest my money in? Where do I invest my money in? Then the interest in crypto came back again. At this point, I started doing my personal research because I had the basic knowledge already. So I started checking up the coins, Googling, researching how to do the P2P, buy dollar, use that money that you put into, because I was using the Binance app, how to use the money you put into your Binance, convert it to be able to buy coins here and there. That was the basic knowledge. And I wasn't doing trading, it was just investment. Thankfully, I was on track, okay, because crypto investment was actually what helped me pay my rent for 2024 in my new apartment, okay. There was a big pump that happened somewhere from December last year up to January, so I actually gained a lot from it. Not a financial advice, you guys. I'm not advising you to go and do crypto, but I'm just encouraging you, look for certain investments to put your hand into to multiply your money. Very important. I'm going to tell you guys the story of how I was scammed later on in this video, but I'm that one person to take the risk to invest. The only place that your money is safe is if you go and bury it in your backyard. That's the only thing. Every other place, it's a risk. And I just feel like if I keep leaving the money in my account, one day I'll look for that money. Something will take it. So before that thing that will take it comes, why not I just use the opportunity and the information I have now to keep multiplying the money and to keep making my money work for me? So I'm all up for that investment. I love to multiply my money. So I want you to get two things that are very important so far. One is savings. Secondly is investment. So basically, if you're not able to save, you're not going to be able to invest. Let's take, for example, now, like you're working a job that pays you 50,000 naira and you're spending 1,000 naira on transport every day, say to and fro, right? So at the end of every month, you're spending 30,000 naira. Sorry, that job is not profitable. Okay, these are things that you should actually check out. Like, what is my cost of living for every month and how much am I making? Try and balance, especially when you know that there's really nothing you can do to cut down your cost of living. Then I think you should try and get at least a job that has proximity advantage for you, so that you don't end up working just to pay transport. Okay, unlike someone that earns 100,000 naira and is spending 1,000 naira a day on transport, that's 30,000 naira. I think it's fair, other than when you're earning 50,000 and you're spending 30,000 on transport. That's not profitable. So try and do something around it so that at the end of every month you can be able to have something to save up and to multiply. Something just came to my mind. Crypto is just all about buying forms of payments that some of them are not in use yet, so they're more like alternate means of payments that will hopefully be used later in the future. So when you buy the coins now and their value keeps appreciating, the money that you invested in those coins will of course appreciate with the value of the coin. So that's basically how you multiply your investment in crypto. I have a couple of other investments going on for me. I started investing in the US stock market earlier, when I think a year after I left school, thereabouts. I haven't bought any stock of recent, but I'm thinking of buying some existing stock that I have, like Amazon, Disney, Uber. Guys, Uber is a shocker. Uber, that stock is doing magic. So how does the stock market work? When I started off, I didn't have prior knowledge about the stock market, but thankfully the app that I got interested in to check out US stock, which is the Bamboo app, had some kind of advantage because it would give the user a sneak peek into the portfolio of some prominent investors like Warren Buffett, Charles Kahn, Ken Griffin, and a couple of that. So I looked into their stock portfolio and I tried to find stocks that are similar in their portfolio. For example, some of them had Amazon in all their portfolio. So I'm like, you know what, for them to actually have Amazon should make sense. So over to the next step, then I started doing my personal research on some of those stocks. For example, Amazon, I had to Google, I had to ask questions, I had to research. Then with my prior knowledge of crypto, it helped me to understand graph reading, because most of these stock performances are represented in graph. So when you see a line moving up, it shows that it's improving. On this side of the graph, you could have the value, then the bottom line will show you the month or the date. You can actually change it to show you the 1 year performance, the 5 years performance. The long-term performance of the stock is very important to note. So with that, you know if this stock is actually worth it. Like a stock that has been moving down on the downward trend for over 5 years, you might check out the monthly performance and you will see an upward movement. But over the years, it's actually showing downward movement, right? So it's a bit tricky. You don't depend on just the performance, maybe from January to February. You also have to check the performance from 2020 to 2024. Know if it's on the downward trend. I just really hope that you understand the basics of all of this. So there are a couple of other apps that you can use to buy not just US stock but Nigerian stock. For me, I use Bamboo, but other ones like Piggyvest, Trove, not just stocks, different kind of investments here and there. I'm not recommending. I believe you need to do your research, but whatever investment you're doing, make sure that the platform is actually verified. That will bring me to the story of how I was scammed. Honestly, I had no one to blame. I knew it was a high risk investment. It was 50-50. Like the chances of it being a scam was high because it was something that I saw on Instagram, this agriculture investment, invest this and get this return daily, blah, 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 blah. I knew it was, as in, like, if these people were to scam me, where was I going to start checking out? And then they were like, we have a certificate of blah, 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 blah. I'm like, I would like to give it a try. I don't mind taking the risk. And of course, I had to put in money that I could easily let go of. If I had lost the money, I won't cry. I won't cry. And then I lost the money and I didn't cry. I moved on. I just love me some investment, but we don't have to be throwing money away like that. Just take caution, okay? I don't know if you have any more questions, some of other things that you would like to know, maybe even if not about finance, drop them in the comment section so that we'll make a video around that. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and if you found value, if you did, why not share it to someone? Before you go, smash the like button, like this video, smash the subscribe button as well, get subscribed, and beside the subscribe, turn on the bell option, turn on the all option. With that, you always get notifications whenever I upload my videos, because a lot of you might be missing out on my videos because you don't get notified. So that's the importance of that bell. I have a video that I would like to recommend to people that just left uni. I would link it up here and check the description box. Click on more below.